Ki Doris Ombat. Now, High Court Judge Bahati Mwamuye has warned Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja that he will be held in contempt of court if 6 men allegedly abducted by persons suspected to be police officers are not presented in court next week. The warning came after Kanja failed to appear in court today, despite being ordered to do so. Justice Mwamuye has renewed his directive for Kanja to appear before him and instructed the National Transport and Safety Authority to provide details of vehicles linked to 3 of the abductions. Our reporter Fred Kagonye with the details.
A father's tears of anguish, clueless on the whereabouts of his son. Gerald Mwangi, whose son Billy Mwangi is among the 6 men, recounts the harrowing events in court.
So when I looked around the courtyard, I cannot see my son. I thought he is here. Seriously, who took my son and where is my son?
He revealed that Billy was abducted from a barber shop in Embu town and forced into a Toyota Fielder, registration number KDG 527D, which had reportedly been surveilling their home for days.
But 4 guys, very strong guys, from the double cabin car, walked out of the car when mishandled my son and threw him inside.
The other missing men include Peter Muteti, who was picked from Uthiru. Bernard Kavuli, abducted at a petrol station in Ngong Town. Gideon Kibet, who disappeared 4 days after his brother Ronnie Kiplangat went missing, and Steve Kavingo, who was kidnapped in Machakos County. Today, the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja was expected in court to provide an update on the missing men. However, he did not appear, instead sending a legal team led by Paul Nyamodi to represent him.
Because of complaints made about the workings of the National Police Service.
Representing the families of the abducted, senior counsels Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, along with Ladley Ochiel and others, pressed for punitive action against Kanja for defying court orders.
Let the 6 people be produced, and then we can have all the time we want to file lengthy affidavits and to have lengthy submissions.
Today, I believe if the Inspector General wants those guys here, he will bring them.
Justice Mwamuye did not grant their request, but instead gave the respondents 7 days to file their responses, warning that answers must be provided regarding the whereabouts of the 6 men when the parties reconvene next week Wednesday for the hearing.
I want to state this again. The responses this court expects are not the usual. I don't expect to see grounds of opposition stating I want a substantive response so that we get to the heart of this issue as quickly as possible. The eyes of the people of Kenya are on us, and they're expecting substantive justice.
For now, the families continue to endure an agonizing weight, clinging to the hope of reuniting with their loved ones, or at least receiving clarity from IG Kanja when he appears in court next week Wednesday. Meanwhile, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called for Kanja's resignation, holding him responsible for the recent surge in abductions across the country.
People cannot stay in suspense, and then you get leaders, court poets and masters of bloodshed to mock the people of Kenya about abduction, talking so casually about it like it's a joke.
Fred Kagonye, KTN, Nairobi.